guys were in here, I know he was, because I about broke his neck one night working this, because I could not figure out what I was doing wrong. How many of you guys were in here when I was so pissed off because I could not hit the cross collar choke from behind?
Ah, yeah.
Right? Because here's the thing, even as a black belt, it takes one leather neck person to show you how terrible your cross collar choke technique is. There's something very important that has to happen with your cross collar, okay? When a person is notoriously hard to choke, and the problem is, when are you gonna figure that out, right? How are you gonna know? You're gonna know it when you're trying to do it and your technique sucks. That's when you're gonna know it. So here's what happens. If you've had broken wrists, which I've had, both of mine have been broken, my wrists are one direction are notoriously weak, okay? So what happens with the cross collar choke, the finite detail of it, is you got two ways as a practitioner to do it. You got the way that sounds like, y'all guys ever heard that sound that a rope makes when it's getting taut? It's like that cracking sound. If you ever hear that when you're doing a cross collar choke, you are doing it wrong. I will challenge any person in the world on that concept. I don't care if they're a red and white belt. I don't care who it is. If you hear that sound, that sound of a rope tightening up around their neck, you're doing it wrong, because here's the thing. All the pressure in that choke at that point is being transferred to one point. Guess where? Your wrist. That's where it's going. So here's the deal. When you're doing this choke, the cross collar choke from behind, it doesn't matter really so much how high you get. What happens is, if you look at the mechanism here, the important part is that I pull down on this to set the opposite side, okay? Everybody always tries to pull like this. Well, here's the thing. There's a lot of space right here. Because of the way we're built here, look, if I'm long from elbow to forearm or elbow to wrist, I gotta take that much slack out of that to come around to the backside. Okay? Every inch I move puts more pressure on my wrist. I've been choking people and just trying to choke him to the point where I felt like I was about to break my wrist, and he's just staring at me. Right? There's something wrong there. It's the way we're doing it. So when you get right here, you get here. Here's the key. Don't try to choke him from here, okay? I'm not trying to pull that collar around his neck. I'm not trying to loop it around his neck like I'm choking him with a wire. I'm going to get up on my elbow and pull my elbow to the backside. I'm not even pulling this. I'm not even pulling this. He's still being choked right now on the far side. You just stick that down now, okay? When I get ready to choke him, I still don't pull. I just squeeze. I just pull him to me, okay? Details. So it's here, here. Look how loose. I'm gonna be loose, right? All that space. We always tell you, coming up in jiu-jitsu, you're always told, get way up in here. No, watch. I'm way down here. Here. I can be way down here, loose, because he's gonna be defending anyway. He's defending. Both hands in defending, okay? I pull my elbow. I get up on my elbow, essentially, is all I have to do. Pull, pull. He's choking with all that space. So if you get higher, it just makes it 10 times worse. If you just get to a point where your wrist is straight, you don't want your wrist turned like this. You want it flat. Another key issue, two things. Up on the elbow around the backside. This is all we're doing. Okay? Pulling him closer to me. Second, whatever bend there is in your wrist, straighten it. Straighten your wrist. Turn your wrist downward toward his feet. Don't do this. All the strain is on your wrist as you pull behind. I guarantee there's everybody's in here who's done this and they're like, my wrist is hurting. No, watch. Grab. If you got slack, turn your wrist down. Now you're still holding this. Take the tension out. Keep your wrist locked. It's straight. Up on the elbow. That's it. Easy money. Turn the wrist down. Ratchet the elbow to the backside. Pull them to you. Pull them to you. There is none of this. It's ratchet to the elbow. Okay? Lock the wrist downward. Turn it down. Pull them to you. They will choke. Okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3.